Hey guys, this is Jen from ScanNCut Canvas and SCAL Help on Facebook. Okay, so what I'm going to do today, or right now, is I need to make a card. But first I need to come in and unzip some files. I have all my files saved in my documents area because if you go to transfer your items to, let's say, an online place like Carbonite or iDrive, it does not copy your downloads folder. So I save mine in my documents. Well, I'm going to get the My Scrap Chick ones. Okay, look it, I have all of these still zipped. Well, using 7-zip, I can come in here, highlight all of them. So I'm still holding my left mouse key, place the mouse over one of the files. Now I'm going to right click once, and this brings up 7-zip, and you see it says extract to, and then that little backslash, I think is what it is. Click that, and then it brings up this screen, and it's going to go through and start to extract all of them and keep them in the same folder. I already have, so I don't want that, so no to all. And it's going to go through and extract all of them. A lot of you have a problem with this, but the 7-zip is free, and it is in our file section on our Facebook group page. So go in there and download 7-zip. I'm using a Windows computer right now. Actually, no, that's all I use is a Windows 10 system right now. So that's how you do that. There is one that comes pretty much installed, I guess, standard on Windows, and it's this extract all. I don't like that, so I do not ever use that. I only use 7-zip, and if 7-zip isn't available, I'll use my WinRAR, but 7-zip usually pops up on that right click option menu. So I'm going to go ahead and wait for them all to unzip. Okay, so they've all unzipped successfully, and they're still highlighted. With that mouse hovering over one of them, I'm going to right click again. That brings up that right click options menu. There sits delete. I'm going to delete every single one of them that I just unzipped. Now I'm going to go through and catch those ones that I did not get to unzip because they were caught up there. So I'm going to go through and just catch the rest of them. Okay, so here are all of my files. And I know that I want this one, the 2-tiered one. And in here it shows you all the pictures of what they are, what they look like, but I know what it looks like because I went on to My Scrap Chick and took a look through all of the files that I have. I was lucky. I got that golden pink ticket that they sold last year that gave you access to every single file in their store. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to click on the SVG. So I know that there are all of these that are going to come over. Okay, so let's hop over into Sure Cuts a Lot and let's get busy. Let's go find our document and My Scrap Chick right here. 2-tiered birthday cake. Find the SVG. Cake topper. Okay, so here's one of them. Now if I was working in Canvas, I would just have to export this or download this to my stick. But since I'm working in Sure Cuts a Lot, I have the ability to add pages. Okay, so that I can bring in every single part of that file. Now, so a lot of you have said, I got an SVG and I stuck it on my stick and it won't work. Well, this is why. You've seen how many dadgum pages are in this SVG. Let's see, there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm probably going to have to make a few more pages. So I'm just coming through, selecting the page, coming up, selecting SVG, coming here, selecting part of the item that I need, and just going about it this way. This is why I really like Sure Cuts a Lot, because I can pull all of this in at once. I don't need to keep downloading and reloading. That's just a drag. So let's keep moving through here. And I gotta create page number 7 and come up and grab my 7th and final one. Okay. So now what I can do is, because this is all for one of each, I can either start duplicating things and adding them in here, or when I'm over at my cutter, I can just cut, you know, make up 2 mats worth of certain colored paper, stick the second mat in and hit cut again, which I think that's what I'm going to do to kind of save my sanity, because I truthfully don't know how big I actually want this. It's going to be for my little guy's 13th birthday, so it's going to be little favor-filled or like candy-filled, money-filled little boxes. So that's what I plan on doing with this. Okay, so now I'm also going to make page number 8, and I'm going to come in here. We're going to come back because we're going to also find the card. Oops. Cake card set. This one. Okay, and I know this one I will have to break up and send to different pages, but I know that I can squeeze about 16 pages onto this open screen right here, because as you see, there's lots of different colors, and to get these to break up, you just come up here and you click ungroup, and that allows me to freely move each one. But you need to be very careful, because let me see if I can bring you in a little bit closer. You see those lines that are still there, those dotted lines? You need to make sure that those are going to go with your little design. So when you break things apart, or when you ungroup things, make sure you go in and group that. So now it'll all move together. Check out your preview. Yep, the little lines are there. Okay, so you can move that out of the way. Is there anyone else with lines? Doesn't look like it. So it looks like we're safe there. Alright, so I'm going to get busy doing all of this stuff. Okay, so here's how I have my card layout, or my paper layout, set up on one screen, okay, or on one mat. What I do is I use the grid marks, okay? So all of this color is going to be on this side of the 6s, okay? So I know that this full 6-inch side of my mat is going to be full of this color. Then here, what I do is I go by these grid marks here. So starting at the bottom, I will go up about, let's see, 1, 2, 3.5 for this color. This green will be across a full 6, and then down 2.5. This color right here, this reddish pink color, will start at the 6, go up this way at about 1.5, and so on. So I always put things in the corners or at the starts of the 6s, okay? And that's how I will go ahead and cut this card. Okay, so we're over here at the machine, and there's all my paper put down where it needs to be according to how the file is set up. So I need to check my blade depth, and I check it by measuring how much of the blade sticks out, not by the numbers. And I know that for normal cardstock, where my blade sticks out is at about a 6. So I'm going to go a smidge deeper, because this is textured cardstock. It's got foil, and it's got bumps, and it's got all that good stuff. So let's come in here, and there's my card. Oops. Help if you could see it, huh? So there it all is, set up all nice and pretty. And I'm going to let it cut and we'll come back. Okay, so it's finished cutting, but what do I do before I hit eject? Every single time before you are done cutting anything, what do you do before you hit that eject button? You come in here with your pick and you lift to make sure those cuts are actually cut. So let's double check and make sure it is cut. Well, now it just wants to stick like glue. Yep, everything is cut. Okay, so now I can hit eject. Let's go get busy. Okay, so let's start peeling it off here. And we'll see what we get. I know a lot of you say you have a hard time getting the cards to come off. Well, this is my zigged mat. And it's got some pretty good stick to it. But I say the roll and scrape. And this is what I mean when I say roll and scrape. Don't crease it. Don't press so hard that you crease it. And just that gentle roll. Oops, there's a little bit of a hanger. Comes off easy. Crap. Well, this has got a lot of that foil, that heavy kind of almost like glue on it, and that cut pretty good. You know your mat's got good stick when your arm sticks to it and picks it up. Just a little bit of this fuzzy stuff on the edge. If I have to, I can take my scissors to it. Which isn't bad because this is like normal card right here, but this is, you can see that heavy glitter. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. And this one. Oops, got some more of that heavy glitter. Oh, no, it came off just fine. Let's save that piece. Alright, so I'm going to finish peeling all these off here and come back. Okay, so within my scrap chick, let me back up here. Within that file, within the cake card set, which is where this easel card comes from, down here, maybe you can't see it, is printable quotes. So if you click on that, it's a PDF. You open it up and you have all of these different things that you can print off. So you can go ahead and go in there and print off whichever one you want. Okay. I'll probably go ahead and print off the entire one and then go ahead and start cutting that apart. Okay, and I decided instead of using the printable words, we're going to actually use the draw function. And in ScanNCut a lot, it's really easy to do. You just go over and hit the wrench icon, the cut line type, and change it to draw. Come up here to preview, make sure they're in blue. If they're not in blue, you're doing something wrong. But the cut line type should be set to draw, parentheses, pen. Then you go ahead and you export it, and we'll take it over to ScanNCut a lot, or take it over to the ScanNCut. Okay. Universal pen holder. Skinny Sharpies. Plug that guy in there until it hits the, until it hits that end. Like that. And then come up here and tighten it up. Okay. Now I don't use a lot of pressure on mine because I don't want to break that tip. Once you break that tip, then it's no good. Okay. Okay, so we're over here. Excuse me. Save data. Oops. I guess it helps if I bring over my USB stick, huh? I tell ya. So let's put this in. Okay, the light came on. I know that's reading it. Card words. There's my 2 blue words. So I'm going to click OK. But how do I know if I have my little tags in the right spot? This is where the background scan comes in. That right there. So we're going to background scan, or scan in the background of where the little tags are positioned. And then that will let me place the words right where I need to. So let's come in here. Let's move this over to here. Oh no, look what I did. I didn't union that. That's okay, we'll go get it right now. Oops, why did I do that? This is the one I want. And we're going to blow it all the way up. Okay. Yeah, we're going to bring it over here. Okay, okay, okay. Draw. And it lights up because it's a draw file. We'll see how it comes out. His favorite color is green, so that's why it's green. And he loves animals. Well, that looks pretty good. And that's looking pretty good so far. Now I said about the pressure because these tips can break really easy, and I don't want that. So I use a really light pressure when I do them. Okay. Let's see if I can get this in here. Sorry. Okay. So there's that one. You can see it's a little hollow. And then this one looks like it's a pretty good filled in font. And I could have took my time in ScanCut a lot and actually filled that in if I want to, but I'm not worried about it because pretty much one stroke with that marker will fill that in. Okay. So just a quick little fill. And there we go. It's all filled in. And this one's already filled because it's so small. I mean, look how tiny that is. And I created this in ScanCut a lot, okay? Alright, so now let's get to the card assembly. Lots of people ask what glue I use. Well, of course, I keep it in this little container. I don't keep the lid on it. And it normally never dries out, but every now and then it will. Just because my cat gets up here and knocks it down. But it's not dried now. So what you're going to do is you're just going to go through here and start assembling this. What did I just do with it? Okay, here we go. You just start assembling this however they go. So my candles will go like this. I think, oh no, this one goes here. Of course it's going to be neater because I'll be taking my time doing it, not rushing through it. And I gotta actually find the rest of them. I don't know what I did with them. There it is. So there's the candles. I'll turn the light on. Watch the glare. This is for your eyes. I don't like working with light. So there's the tops. Let me set that down. I don't have very steady hands sometimes. especially if my lupus decides it wants to pay me a visit. Then it gets really bad. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting all these on with just some of my Scotch glue. So that'll look like that. And that'll cover that. Then this goes here. Hopefully you can see this. This goes here. And then we'll end up sticking it on here. And then I have some extras, okay, because this is supposed to look like this with just the circle word on it, but I didn't want that. I wanted this to kind of overhang it. And then because he is such an animal lover, I want to put this behind it somehow. Okay. And then this the same way, a little bit longer. And then we'll have something like this sitting behind it. Okay? But I'll come back when I get it about all the way through, okay? Because it's just glue and stick right now. Okay, so here's my little card. It's all done up. It's on its little, whatever that thingy's called, little fold there. So that's what it looks like when it's out straight. And then when you fold it up, it'll sit just like this. Maybe. There we go. So it's really, really cute. But like I said, I added all those little extras in there. Let me see if I can get you down even with it. And then did it all, ooh, sorry, on the ScanNCut. And then added the sentiments using the universal pen tool and the background scan. And then cut everything out using the ScanNCut, except for the squirrel. I hand cut that out because I wasn't sure if I was going to use it. Just added the brads and then the pop dots to make it stand up, and then of course I ink everything. I always ink the edges of my stuff. I think I may add something in there. Not sure what, but maybe something. Alright guys, that's a really quick My Scrap Chick card and how to do it, and then if you want to add your own touches to it. Alright, thanks a lot guys.